David, and I'm an actor based in Cardiff. I graduated from Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama about maybe 2 years ago now. Yeah, so I'm just trying to live the dream.
When did you first decide to get into acting?
When I was in high school, I was quite shy actually, which people would laugh at now. My sister always was into drama, and she was doing loads of productions, and I was like, I think I'll go into that. But then she decided to go down the scientific route and do anatomy, and I decided not to do that and follow the path that I thought she would have wanted to have gone down. So I went outside, did a few film and TV modules outside of school. Then I went to Aberystwyth University for 3 years, which was bonkers, which was an absolutely bonkers experience. And then I knew then, when I went and studied drama, that I definitely wanted to be an actor. But I knew that I needed to step it up a couple of notches. So I trained really hard when I got back from Cardiff, so that I could get into Royal Welsh College. And yeah, after 3 attempts, and a lot of blood, sweat and tears, I got in there, and it was an amazing experience. And yeah, it just continues to be an amazing experience.
So you said you had to try 3 times to get into Royal Welsh.
Yeah.
Did that motivate you more? Did that make you better?
Yeah. Something in me was just drawn to the place, like I couldn't not get it out of my head. So every time I got a no, it just spurred me on to get in there. And then the final year then, I ended up having singing lessons, acting lessons, Alexander lessons. I was part-time in my job, and all I was focusing on for months before my audition was that audition. And I remember my friend saying to me, what if you don't get in? And I was like, that's not an option this year. It got to that point where I was like, that is not an option this year. So yeah, and when I got in, it kind of hit me then, oh my god, what if I never got in? Because after 3 attempts, it was hard, but I don't know if I would have gone for a 4th. I don't know. It's weird. I probably wouldn't have. But I'm glad I got in.
So when did you first hear about Iris?
I actually heard about Iris through learning about the audition that I was going for. So this audition kept coming up, came on Facebook. My friends kept texting me about it, and it was for this film. And yeah, so I was like, I have to. It just kept cropping up. So I contacted Iris just to say that I was interested in auditioning, and they sent me some details along with Magnus's film. So how Iris works is a bunch of LGBT shorts get entered in. The winner of the whole competition gets £25,000 to produce their own film in Wales. And Magnus won a couple of years ago with The Samaritan, and they sent us The Samaritan to look at, and it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. For a short film, I was so gripped from start to finish, and I was just like, I have to be in this guy's film. There was just no way. It was like Welsh College all over again. I was like, I have to be in this film. So I auditioned, learnt about Iris through working through the film, and then once the film was over, I wanted to know more about Iris, so I ended up contacting Berwyn, who runs the Iris Prize, in the summer, and then I worked for the festival this year, and it was the best experience of my life. I got to meet so many great people from all around the world, and the energy of the whole festival was just, it was like a family environment. And everyone keeps saying it, and I know it sounds cheesy, but it really, really was. Even though it was a competition, everyone got along really well. I just know now I'll be with Iris forever. Even though this was actually my first festival, because the film that we made was filmed after the festival last year. Last year. So yeah.
It's 10th time this season between you Norby, and it's like, it's clearly off
right.
offside.
What are you having?
Oh, something hot.
Yeah, but what?
Something big, hot and juicy.
What about you? What are you having?
I don't want anything.
Oh,
you do?
yeah,
No, I'm not even
right. You are such a health queen.
Do you want some salad? I'll have to think of a salad. Yeah, come on.
Salad. You okay?
Are you okay?
Absolutely, stranger.
Ah, you look it.
So, can you just explain what Burger is about then?
What is Burger about? Burger's literally 10 minutes real time in a burger place really late at night. There's different groups of people, and it's how they react interact with each other within that time. I think everyone can relate who's been on Chippy Lane at any point in their life, but I think that's what's capturing people around the world as well, because I think that it's literally at the end of a night when people have had a few too many to drink, they're craving some food, and then they're in an environment with people they necessarily wouldn't probably be with in the clubs they've been to. And that's basically it, without spoiling any of it. It's just fun 10 minutes. We had a brilliant time filming it. But yeah, I think those who haven't watched it, if you just want, it's definitely worth a watch, because I think everyone can relate to somebody that's in there or has been in that position in their lives. Like that's what's so special about it.
So can you tell us a bit about your character Matthew and his...
My character is a bit flamboyant, to say the least. I remember putting on the costume and it was like a tight Union Jack t-shirt. It was amazing though. But yeah, he's life and soul. You can tell that he's the one that needs to be noticed in the party. And always cracking the jokes and always coming up to people that he might not necessarily, shouldn't really talk to, or say the things that he says to them. But what is good about my character that I really enjoyed was, even though he's got that big flamboyant side, there is some humanity to him that you'll see if you watch the film. Yeah, so even though he's got this big bravado, he is a human being and he can be hurt. Even though at first you probably wouldn't think that, but yeah, that's what I really enjoyed about playing it.
So you mentioned obviously Magnus's other film, Samaritan. Is there similarities between the two of them?
I don't think there is, in a way. I don't think there is. They're two completely different pieces. It's longer, The Samaritan, but it's like a beautiful piece, like a strange love story almost. Whereas this is just like a true representation of a burger bar. But what is great about it is the way that Magnus captured these different groups of people. I think there's 4 different groups. Like there's 2 girls. There's the group of gay guys, and then you've got 2 different groups of straight guys, which are very different in a way. And just the interaction. There's interaction between all of them, and that's what's perfect, because he just captured it amazingly. And it's great because he just came to Cardiff and was like, I know exactly what it'd be like to be in Chippy Lane, which is mad. Yeah, but it's beautiful in the same kind of way, but they are completely different spectrums. But yeah, I'm just glad to have been a part of his work.
So obviously the film's now going to Sundance. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that's important for both the film and Iris and the US in general?
I just think it's important in regards to such a great accolade. There was something like 8,600 shorts entered, and only 66 have been picked. So just that in itself just seems mad. I just feel sorry for the poor people that have to watch like 8,600 films. But I've seen interviews with them, and they seem to be just grateful to be seeing such great work. But for it to have made it that far is just proof that we actually made something good, not just something we enjoyed. Because sometimes you can really enjoy something, and you never know how it's going to be received. But it's good that something great and something that we've all loved, and it holds a special place to me, has actually made it into this festival, and it's going to be there amongst other great talents. And there's, I think, something like 40 to 50,000 people went to last year's Sundance. So there's just going to be so many people from the industry seeing the film. Yeah, I just think it's going to give it another new lease of life, maybe to a different audience that wouldn't have seen it through Iris, which is another great thing. Because obviously Iris is LGBT focused, so this is now crossing over paths to other other areas, I suppose.
I don't want any, I really don't.
Just a little taste.
Oh.
Come on! Come on!
Just sit down. I don't want one. I don't want one. Just doing. Just one chip. Just one little one. Go on. Just have one. You know what? You're so bloody childish.
Oh,
you are.